present our two questions of the session 2. So, so I actually prepared this PowerPoint file. So we also is the first question 2 is of the session 2 is when must insurable insurance exist in relation to a marine insurance contract, and the question 6 is they ask us to define the term of actual total loss. So for the question, I think you should remember this question. When must insurable insurance exist in relation to a marine insurance contract? So for an insurable insurance is the relationship of the proposer and the assurer to the subject matter like ship, cargo, or something that affect to the insurer and assurer, and whereby he stands to suffer if the goods are lost or damaged. So therefore, categories of the insurable interest. The first one is the assurer will suffer a loss, and if the insured goods are lost or damaged. The second is the assurer expects to benefit by the safe arrival of the insured goods, or the loss of or damage the goods would deny him that benefit or part there. And the third one is the assurer could incur a liability in respect of the insured goods, and the last one is the assurer could suffer a loss if the goods are detained during the period of insurance. So I will explain to you for these categories. So for the first one, the assurer would suffer a loss if the insured goods are lost or damaged. That is, the assurer is, in this case, the assurer is the owner of the goods or a part of owner there. So even they have the benefit for his part only. So the law allows a part owner that to propose insurance for his part, only his part of the goods, even when the other part owner has not effective insurance. But it is not customary for cargo underwriter to extend such proposal. So, and the second is the assurer expects to benefit by the safe arrival that I mentioned before. So in this case, it relates to persons like agents, dealer, is so on. So who do not own the goods but have an interest in them in regard to condition or phase. So when these are not payable for, they are reduced if the goods do not arrive safely, or when such payment is prejudiced by the condition of goods with arrive damaged. So for the third one, the assurer could incur a liability. So in this case, if it is the case, so the owner responsibility for the goods implies liabilities it may occur when the contract of carriage or to the third parties or otherwise. So at this time they have a liability and they list insurance. So and the last one is the assurer could suffer a loss if the goods are detained during the period of insurance. So yeah, it relates to losses. Assured could suffer if the goods are detained or delayed during the transit. If we ship or transport the apple from Japan to Taiwan, so it maybe if it takes maybe 1 or 2 months, or at this time the insurer interest will happen for the assurer. So it may, if it's is delayed for a long time, so it may occur the deterioration caused by delay, and expenses incurred as a result of the detainment. Yeah, and for question 6, they ask us to define 4 categories of actual. They ask us to define the actual total loss, and so if we read on the internet or also in the textbook, they mentioned that we have 4 categories of actual total loss that I will show it here. So the first one is the insured goods have been completely destroyed, and the sold goods have not been destroyed but have changed their character, that may be deterioration for a perishable product. So it may occur the deterioration. So also, or some ship it fall out the whole ship. So at this time it changed the character of the ship. So we call this actual total loss. I will give you an example later. So and the insured. The third one is the insured has been deprived of possession of the insured goods, and they are irretrievable. So, but in this case, it does not embrace circumstance where the assured is unlikely to recover the insured goods. And the last one is the goods were now to have been carried on a ship that has been posted as a missing. Yes, and so I will explain the last one, missing. So missing package, it means in the ICCB and C in the textbook they mentioned that there's no cover for theft nor for the package that have mysteriously disappeared during the transit. And nevertheless, by agreement with the writer to cover, then we extended to incorporate the institutive effort and non-delivery in the textbook Ross 272. And we should note that the shortage of goods in the packet is not embraced within this clause. Shortage different from the missing package. So neither the SCTB nor the SCTC condition is covered for missing package. So the SCTB condition to cover any package that is totally lost overboard during loading, transshipment, and discharge. This term is sling loss. Yes, it is the two cases that we can claim for actual total loss that I already tell you. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Yes, very good. I think in a short time you can answer this question. And but some can you come back to the eligible interest?
Yes.
We can see the question. When question 2, when mass insurable interest exceeds
Yes.
in relation to marine insurance, but your answer, that is 4 categories about insurable interest.
Yes, when it happened, loss.
Yeah, but you don't mention when the insurable
When it
should be exceed.
Yes.
Maybe I, well,
But as I tell you by my words, when it happened a loss and the insurer or they want to deal with the insurer for the loss. So at that time the loss happened. So the
insurable interest.
insurable interest would be deal with the insurer.
Yeah. I think because according to textbook or according to marine insurance law, they mention about the insurable interest have to exist when the
Loss happened.
loss happen. Yeah.
Yes.
That time.
That's why you might was, but I don't put it in.
Okay.
Yes.
So next page.
This is just
Just
explaining the forecast.
mention about the 4 catalogs,
Yes.
right? No, not here. Insurable interest. Question 6 is okay.
Yes.
Very good. I just want to say question 2.
Yes.
You have to answer when the insurable interest have to exceed.
Yes.
Maybe at time or the loss, or maybe insurance is affected. the contract is concluded,
Yes.
but not insurable. You don't have insurable interest on insurance contract effected, but you have to insurable interest at the time of those.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's a very important point.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Good morning, everyone. We are Route 2, and we will present about two questions. The first one is Section 2, Question 8, define the term constructive total loss. And the second question is Section 3, Question 4. What is the difference between an implied quantity and an expressed quantity? Okay, so for the first question, constructive total loss is a term used in marine insurance to describe a situation where the cost of repairing or recovering a damaged vessel of cargo is economically impractical or exceeds the value of the vessel or cargo after the repairs are made. And it is distinct from an actual total loss where the vessel or cargo is completely destroyed or eternally lost. And here we have the three characteristics of the constructive total loss. For the first one is economic impractically. For this one, the cost of recovery and repair exceeds the insured value of the vessel or cargo, and the cost to repair damage is so high, and that is not financially reasonable to undertake the repairs. And the second is the insurance claim, where a constructive total loss is declared, the insured party can abandon the damaged vessel or cargo to the insurer and claim a total loss. And the insured must formally notify the insurer of their intention to abandon the vessel or cargo, effectively transferring ownership and responsibility to the insurer. And the last one is salvage and recovery considerations. For this one, in some cases, the cost of salvaging the vessel or cargo combined with the anticipated repair cost makes it uneconomical to proceed with recovery efforts. And here we have the sum compared with the constructed total loss with actual total loss. Constructed total loss is the vessel or cargo is not completely destroyed, but is so extensively damaged that the cost of recovery and repair is not economically viable. For actual total loss, the vessel or cargo is completely destroyed, lost without hope of recovery, or damage beyond the possibility of repair. And this is the example. Imagine a vessel insured for $1 million suffered extensive damage in a storm, and the cost to tow the vessel to repair yard, carry the necessary repairs, and return it to service is estimated at $1.2 million. In this case, it is considered constructive total loss because the repair cost exceeds the insured value of the vessel. Yes, and question 2 is any represent?
And question 2 is, what is the difference between implied warranty and express warranty? And in implied warranty, it automatically by the law and is unwritten and unspoken. And the warranty includes maintainability and the fitness for the particular purpose, and it can be disclaimed with the clearly and specific language. And in express warranty,
one page?
Yeah.
Can you give an example about implied warranty or express warranty?
In warranty,
For example, then we can discuss.
okay. For example, express warranty.
Express warranty?
Yeah. Example is when I buy a car with Daisy and we need to write a warranty to insure. We need to write the assurance paperwork
To the buyer.
yeah. And invite in
Research. I think in textbook you can find the answer.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Maybe later.
Okay, later.
You-
After group 3.
Yeah, that's right. After group 3.
Okay.
Okay. Give me the answer.
The first question is about is in section 3 and it's question 8. What are the provisions of the ICC 1982 in relation to seaworthiness and or fitness of the ship and or craft? So the seaworthiness and the fitness is a kind of implied warranty, and yeah. So about this regulation.
That's their answer.
Yes, I think the answer. And the ICC 1982 in section 5 they regulate the unseaworthiness and unfitness exclusion clause. About 5.1 the regulation they say that in no case shall the insurance cover loss, damage or expense arising from unseaworthiness of vessel of craft and unseaworthiness, unfitness of vessel craft, condemnness, container, or defense for the safe carriage of the subject matter insured, and unfitness where the assured of their servants are privy to such unseaworthiness and fitness at the time the subject exclusion clause matter insured is the leader in. And the 5.2 they say the underwriters when any breach of the implied warranties of seaworthiness of the ship and fitness of the ship to carry the subject matter insured destination unless the assured or their servant are privy to such unseaworthiness or unfitness. And also the 1906 Marine Insurance Act, they also have some regulation and is regulated in section 39 and 40, if I remember right. And the second question is in section 4 of the question 2, what purpose do the following documents serve in maritime practice? And they also have 3 small questions. The first is GA deposit. That the definition is the amount of a general average deposit will be a general estimate of the eventual general average contribution, and such estimate being made by average adjuster, a consignee who pays a general average deposit but obtains a general average deposit receipt. And next is general average guarantee. In shipping practice, it is common for a carrier to accept a general average guarantee from the consignee to discharge his maritime lying on the goods he is holding, and mostly these are underwriters' guarantees, but the guarantee from a bank or other recognized financial institution may be acceptable to the carrier. By a general average guarantee, the guarantor agrees to pay the contribution. eventually assess it against the cargo concerned. To put a simple to definition, a straight bond is a written document signed by both parties, the ships and cargo, guaranteeing the sharing of the general average. Our presentation is
To this article 5.1, that mention about in no case the insurance don't cover about the unseaworthiness or vessel crash, right?
yes.
But they have condition. Except, can you explain that what is the condition? They cannot. They have to cover. I mean, they don't cover about the sea unseaworthiness of vessel, but what is the condition? Maybe maybe something they will cover about the loss of damage about the unseaworthiness.
So before they start their trouble, and in port, they need to check that the ship is fit with the seaworthiness and the fitness. So if in the port they check all the ship is good, and they started their voyage, and but if they in their trip, and like in the middle of the sea, they found the ship is now is unseaworthiness, but before they started their trip, and they fit with this all kind of the conditions, and I think that in this situation it can be covered. It's coverable.
I think, but you mentioned about the seaworthiness of the ship before they begin sail. They start their voyage. They have to seaworthiness, right?
Yes.
But when they sail to the sea on the sea, maybe engine breakdown or maybe something wrong. They don't the ocean carrier or maybe the carrier they don't need cover about the loss of damage, the cargo loss of damage about the unseaworthiness, right?
Yes.
But that is maritime law.
Oh.
Yeah. But now we talk about
The
insurance. So I mean in this case in this course 5.1, insurer they don't cover about the cargo damage or expense or damage arising from seaworthiness, but they have one condition in this course. What is the condition? That is the insurer have to cover the loss of damage about unseaworthiness.
Oh, I got it. So it means when the ship meets unresistible factors such as fires or ship collision and or other not onboard seaworthiness factor. It means that the accident either caused by ship seaworthiness and its other factor such as fire collision. So insurance can cover in so the insurer can cover the damage.
You mean some accident is happen, and even the accident, the reason is unseaworthiness.
Do you know that if we in the port and we check that the ship is fit in the seaworthiness and the fitness, however, when they start sail and go into the sea, some other factors cause the ship unseaworthiness and unfitness, then maybe in this kind of situation, the insurance will cover the loss and damage of the ship. Or cover.
You're also talking about maritime law. You can check this course. Okay, I'll show you the.
Going there
First, let me mention about in no case should this insurance cover loss of damage arising from unseaworthiness, right? But you can see this word, this sentence, where assured or their servants are privy to such unseaworthiness or unfitness at the time of such exclusion clause, which insured is located therein. That's me. When the cargo owner loaded this ship, and they know this ship is unseaworthiness, usually the insurer they don't cover about the loss of damage, but they don't know the insurer have to cover. When they're loading the cargo and the assured know one condition, one situation is the assured know the ship is unseaworthiness, so the insurer they don't cover about this loss. But if the assured they don't know about the ship is unseaworthiness, even the loss of damage is arising from unseaworthiness, the insurance company have to cover the loss of damage. You can see the right side, 5.2. The underwriter waive any breach of implied warranty or seaworthiness of ship, because they know the cargo owner they don't know any time they don't know the ship is seaworthiness or not any time. So the underwriter waive about the seaworthiness. About this situation. So you can see this sentence, unless assured or their servants are privy to such unseaworthiness or fitness.
As far as this is writing you wanna which kind of insurance in the contract, like by a personal insurance, you need to write it is including fire separation system, or if the ship serving without the function fire separation system and fire broke out, the insurer can refuse to pay for the damage because it's not clearly written in the contract. And implied warranty don't need to deteriorate on the insurance policy. Like if the ship is found to be unseaworthy at the beginning of the voyage, and it later sinks due to the defect, the insurer can refuse to pay for the loss because the implied warranty of seaworthiness was breached. Implied warranty is suitable for sailing. This is safety for loading cargo.
I think
Oh, sorry.
this part is right, but this part, why is the express warranty? Express is you say if the ship sail without a function fire suspension system and the fire breaks out, the insurer can refuse to pay any damage because the express warranty was breached. But I think about the functioning fire suppression system also belong to seaworthiness. That is implied warranty. So express warranty is mean you have to write down on your policy the what is the warranty that you have to write down very clearly on the insurance policy, insurance contract. But implied warranty is legal. For example, seaworthiness, for example, the nationality, and so on. So you don't need to mention write down to your insurance contract, but express warranty you have to write down. You have to write down it on your insurance contract. That means express warranty.
So like the cargo delay is can or not.
Because maybe we'll give you an example. Because I say your cargo, you have to express your cargo is not dangerous cargo. That is express warranty. Write down on the insurance contract. I guarantee that is not dangerous cargo.